Welcome guys to another episode on the Extra Mile. My name is Alex and welcome to a special episode because for this episode I thought it would be a good idea to show you how to memorize a track, or to do it quickly, or rather how I usually do it, which is not saying much. But I have memorized quite a few tracks over the years and I think I have a pretty good pattern down, which is nothing special as you will see, but I don't think that it will hurt to go over the steps. So for this episode I am using a track that I have not driven before, or at least not in a very long time. I think this track might have been in Grand Prix Legends back in the day, but yeah, so it probably has been over 20 years since I've driven it last. This is pretty much new to me. I've also chosen a car that I've not driven in Project Cars 2 before, or in any other game for that matter, which is the Lamborghini Huracan. So let's start her up. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good. Alright, so first things first, let's go for the first sighting lap. So I'm not looking for anything special on the first lap, just driving around the track, watching out for any special corners that are very dangerous. For example, that would be the corkscrew corner at Laguna Seca. That is something that you immediately notice. Oh, here we go, that's one. So we have to memorize a hairpin. There is a hairpin after the first straightaway. Oh man, that car sounds great actually. Man, that engine sounds amazing actually. Okay, we do see the corner markers here on the right. But this right-hander is relatively fast. Again, corner markers here on the right. So when we get to the start-finish straight, that is where we start to memorize the track. Again, corner marker here. I think that is the start-finish straight here. So let's start with our first braking point. So full acceleration, wait for the first corner marker. Oh my god, that was our first mistake. Should not have waited for a corner marker there. Okay, so again, let's start with our first braking point here. That was way too early. That was the entrance to the pit. But at least we didn't crash this time. Relatively fast right-hander after the pit. We know about this one. Let's brake at the 50-meter mark. There we go. Getting a little bit closer to the limit now. We know that there's the hairpin turn coming up after that left. Let's brake here. Okay, that was a lot better. So, not sure about that one. Ah, alright. Third gear or fourth gear. Relatively quick. I think this one was a bit slower. Yes, it was. It's starting to form. That was a bit faster. Ooh. Okay. All right. This is the long right-hander. We might actually could take that one at full throttle. We have to test that on the next lap. Let's brake at the 200 mark for the last right-hander onto the start-finish straight. Oh, which that one, that's not even the last one. This is the one. You can take that one faster. All right. So here we are again on the start-finish straight. We braked here the last time. Let's brake here. A little bit better. So the way that I choose my braking points is that I always... is that I always use something in the scenery close to the track, like that thing here, for example, would be good to memorize the braking points. A little bit too early, okay, and a little bit too slow. Okay, here we are, start finish straight again. Let's find a good braking point. I will use that yellow sign here on the left. That was good, that was pretty good. That yellow sign on the left seems to be good. 100 on the brakes, a little bit, turn in. There we go. It's starting to come together. Oh no. We have to brake a little bit for that one. Okay, coming up to the hairpin turn. Full throttle through the right-hander. Brake at 50 for that one. The next one was slower, brake at 50 roughly. Oh, which was too late. That one was fast. There we go. Now we're coming up to the long right-hand turn. And we will try to just lift a little bit. Maybe not at all. No, not at all. So once you have the braking points and turn-in points, and we are not there yet, but once you have those, you can start to, brake too early. You can start to optimize the line through the corner so you get better to the apex. For example, in this one, we want to go to a late apex so we can accelerate earlier. That was better. We can still take that one faster. Alright, start finish straight. We can see the yellow sign on the left already. Let's wait and brake. There we go. Take a bit out of speed out of this one. When you start to understeer mid-corner like it happened in that left-hand turn a little bit, just a little bit of a dab on the brake can correct that. Coming up to the hairpin, Full throttle for this one. Let's brake at 50. That was good. That was a late apex. That was good. This one is slower. That was good. That was fast. Ooh. You have to take a little bit of speed out of that one still. The lines are still not very good, but the braking points start to fall into place. Okay, a little bit faster on this one. Okay, start finish straight, we can see the yellow sign. And brake hard, turn in, on the throttle again. There we go. So by now, I have driven maybe 7 or 8 laps. I know what corners are coming up, and now I can start to optimize them. Now I can start to optimize the turn-in points. 200, there we go. That was good. Went right to the apex, close to the curb. Woohoo! That still needs some work. Alright, one last lap. Yellow sign and brake. Brake. Still did not get to the apex on that one. We have to work on that. Oh, understeered. Not great. Okay, brake at 50. I think we can brake a bit later for that one. Brake at 50 again. Ah, that was too late. Fast right-hander, just dip the brake a little bit onto the straight. So far so good. That was very good. Let's try to get the fast right-hander here right. Let's try it at full throttle. Almost full. We have to take a little bit of throttle out of that. Okay, so I hope that this could help you just a little bit. I know it's not really anything special that I can tell you. It's just the order of things the order in which you start to learn things here. So first you want to look out for what I call dangerous corners, corkscrew on Laguna Seca, this hairpin. Those you can memorize relatively quickly. Then you start with the braking points. I always start with the first corner, well, the first corner basically. When you drive over the start-finish line, the first corner, that is the order you want to start in. and then every corner after that. And after you have the rough brake points right, you want to deal with the turn-in points so you get a clean line through the corner. We were far from finished on this track to achieving a good lap time here, but we started to hit some of the corners pretty well towards the end, and we know what we have to do in most of the other corners to get better. So that's pretty much it. I think the key to quickly learning a track is to focus on the things in this order. Dangerous corners first, so you don't crash and total your car. Then you start with a braking point, starting with T1, work your way through the track, and then after you have the braking points down, you focus on the turn-in points and on a clean line through those corners. And yeah, interestingly enough, the braking points are relatively constant for different cars. Of course, they can vary if you have a huge variation in power. So if I would drive the old Fiat about 500 on this track, the braking points obviously would be different. But if I would drive an M3, for example, instead of this Lambo here, the braking points would be pretty much the same. Maybe not down to 1 meter, but roughly the same. It's always a good point, a good starting point, let's put it that way. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope that I could help you in some way, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.